Well, good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is February 11th of 2026. I have 10:34 in the p.m. Yes, it's late. I had to catch up on my rest because, again, I stayed up to 2 a.m. last night. But people, I attempted to do some research as I laid down. I understand that they found a glove. A glove. And I want you guys to be honest. When you heard about a glove being found, possibly in relation to the Nancy Guthrie abduction or kidnapping, did it make your mind go back to Los Angeles, California, and O.J. Simpson? I'm going to say it again. For 11 days now, Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old lady and mother of Savannah, of the Today Show, she has been missing. They found the glove. The authorities found the glove on the side of the road. Did it make your mind go back to the O.J. Simpson? See, because they said O.J. Simpson wore a glove. And the famous line that came from the trial was the late lawyer, Johnny Cochran, who said, "If it don't fit, you must acquit." Was he referring to the gloves? I know he was talking about the hat, but majority of people that I know, when you hear that statement, "If it don't fit, you must acquit," they're referring to how hard it was for OJ to put on those gloves during the trial. So yes, we had that occur today. As I laid there and I pondered that, my mind reflected on something that I thought about initially, and that was this person who is in the Ring camera goes to pick up some bushes and puts it over the Ring camera at Nancy Guthrie's home. And let's be honest with that as well. Didn't you find that very strange? You got a backpack on and some gloves and everything on your face, and you didn't come equipped. You wouldn't go in your backpack and do something to cover up the Ring camera? Well, as I thought about the bushes or the shrubbery, I thought about a guy named Routh. There was a guy named Routh, Ryan Wesley Routh, who was in the bushes, a year plus ago, maybe 2 years ago, when Donald John Trump was playing golf. And I'm going to put it all together for you. But I'd like to know your comments. And if all this kind of gels, the more and more I delve into the thing, the more I realize this is a future past story in relation to Donald Trump, Abraham Lincoln, JFK, and everybody I named in my last few videos. But when it all comes down to it, is this thing being manipulated? Let's start. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's start with the Ring camera. Watch this.
FBI has just released an actual video, and we're looking at it now. And Jake, are you able to see what he's doing?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. So, FBI Director Cash Patel just 2 minutes ago released new images. One of them is just another, two of them are still images of this assailant walking up to Nancy Guthrie's front door. But then the videos, one of them has him holding his glove over the Nest camera and then walking backward and getting a tool or a rock.
No, it's not a tool.
What is it got?
It looks like he goes back. He goes back out from the porch and grabs some shrubbery off the ground or
he's
grass or
grabbing
something.
shrubbery, okay.
And it looks like he was trying to cover the.
Oh, he's
ring
trying to
there.
block the Nest camera.
So it
Okay,
looks
I
like
see.
he's trying to block.
And that's the second image, the second video, I should say, of him taking this shrubbery, these plants from the yard and trying to block the camera.
And so at some point he gives up on that and then just
And then he
decides
just decided to
to
take the camera altogether. But while he was doing that, the camera was indeed recording, and because
Who in their right mind grabs shrubbery? You saw the glove. Today they found the glove. But who in their right mind, people, look, work with me, because this was an initial thought that I had a few days ago. And be honest, I don't care about the criticism. I'll take it. But I'm like, who goes to grab leaves and shrubs to cover a camera? You gotta be a special kind of stupid. A special kind of stupid. You didn't even catch the big yellow school bus on this one. Something wrong with this story here. Because I believe it was a message. Shrubbery, bushes, they all go together. I think they point to a past story. So watch this. The FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department released recovered doorbell camera footage in the Nancy Guthrie disappearance case on Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. The man, Ryan Routh, this is the guy who was in the bushes at Trump International Golf Course. On Sunday, September 15, 2024, he was discovered in the Secret Service. He was discovered by the Secret Service at 1:31 p.m. while Trump was playing golf, having reportedly waited there for several hours. That was 9/15/2024. Ryan Routh was found with, get this, a SKS-style weapon with a scope, an extended magazine, and ceramic body armor plates while hiding in the bushes, see, bushes, at Trump International Golf Course. He also had a plastic bag of food, a digital camera, and a backpack. A backpack. Just like the person who's at Nancy Guthrie's house. He's got a backpack and he goes and gets bushes, shrubbery, whatever you want to call it. I want you to follow my logic. Now, let's go back. Inside Edition.
Footage of the moment they arrested the man they say planned to assassinate former President Trump while he was golfing. And today it's being asked, how did a gunman get that close to the former president just 2 months after another failed assassination plot? Stephen Fabian's in Palm Beach, Florida with the latest.
Go straight back! It's the moment Donald Trump's accused would-be assassin is taken into custody. Ryan Wesley Routh walks backwards, his shirt over his head to show he's not carrying any weapons.
They never said anything. We had body camera rolling the whole time.
Martin County Sheriff William Snyder supervised the capture.
He was very calm. His demeanor was what I've characterized as consistent with somebody who was on their way to a late church service on a Sunday. Not somebody who just fired at the former president of the United States.
He says Routh never uttered a word.
Put him in the back seat, handcuffed, kept the door open, just in case he made a spontaneous utterance. He didn't.
Routh was at...
Now, once you look at his belly, I pointed this out in several videos. That's a snake. Look at this. And then his breasts. I believe that this was all planned too. Look at his mouth. That's a mouth in my mind. And those are eyes. The frontal of a snake. You tell me what you think. Let's go on with this here. Because I think a lot of these stories, they've been playing us.
Apprehended 45 minutes after he fled Trump's West Palm Beach golf course, where cops said
Apprehended 45 minutes after he was at the golf course. Trump is the 45th president.
he lay in wait like a sniper for 12 hours.
Authorities say cell phone records show that Routh was at the golf club at 2 a.m. on Sunday. He simply parked his SUV and walked through those bushes where he set up a sniper's nest.
In this exclusive video,
I want you to hear the 56. The 56. Listen.
now you can see how thick the foliage is. His hiding place was between the 5th and 6th holes. It appears to be
The 5th and 6th hole. We're going to come back to that. 56. Because the ransom today was $56,000. Remember? Remember? Now look. This was on 9/15/2024. Then today, well, yesterday was the day they released the film showing the glove and everything. The difference is 5/14. Israel became a nation on 5/14. And Benjamin Netanyahu came to see Trump today. Is that coincidence? I'm putting it together for you guys. There's Ryan's birthday, February 18th. February 18th, 2027, his birthday next year. Yesterday, the guy at Nancy Guthrie's house with the glove and the backpack, the difference is 111. I call that snake eyes. The 111th day of the year, that's when Pope Francis died on April 21st. Is that coincidence? His Nancy's birthday. Like I said, this is the number that matches a whole lot of stuff. My last few videos, you'll see that. January 27th, 1942. Now you take 2/18, 1966. That's the guy who was in the bushes, Ryan Routh, birthday. I believe that's his anniversary. And this is the anniversary of Nancy's birthday. The difference is 49. Kamala Harris is the 49th vice president. Is she coming back? (9/15/2024). That's when Ryan Routh was in the bushes in Mar-a-Lago. January 27, 2025. That's Nancy Guthrie's birthday. The difference is 4/15. Abraham Lincoln died on 4/15. Wait a minute. Yeah. Abraham Lincoln died on 4/15. That's right, he sure did. So you take 9/15/2024 from Nancy's birthday. The 9/15 again is this guy, the day that he was in the bushes. And subtract that from Nancy's birthday, you get Abraham Lincoln's death date. And guess what? Tomorrow, 2/12, that's Abraham Lincoln's that's his birthday, tomorrow. Will they find Nancy and or the person tomorrow? Tomorrow is Abraham Lincoln's birthday. Wow, it's something else, people. Now, remember I said 56? They said that Ryan Routh hanging between the 5th and 6th hole at the golf course in Mar-a-Lago. Now listen to this.
So an hour and a half ago, we got kind of a bizarre letter, an email from somebody who says they know who the kidnapper is and that they have tried reaching Savannah's sister Annie and Savannah's brother to no avail. And they said they want 1 Bitcoin sent to a Bitcoin address that we have confirmed is active. It's a real Bitcoin address. As they put it, time is more than relevant. So we have no idea whether this is real or not, but they are making a demand. It's interesting that, you know, Bitcoin's fluctuating value, but it's around $56,000 now, 1 Bitcoin.
$56,000. $56,000 cryptocurrency in the check. Here's your 56. $56,000 divided by her age. Her age is 84. You get 66666. Beast system. We're going into the beast system. That's what I concluded. It's a deep decode. I'll put the video in the chat. Now, there was a guy named Thomas Matthew Crooks. Remember that young boy? He was up on the roof July 13th, 2024. They say he was the one that tried to unalive Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. His birthday is 9/20/03. Okay? Thomas Matthew Crooks, you probably remember him. 9/20/03. 9/20/03. They're not showing his face here. Thomas Matthew Crooks. They're not showing the little boy's face. I don't know why. Okay. Thomas Matthew Crooks. No, I don't want to, they're not showing that. Oh, here it is here. I tell you, Google get the goofing up. That's him right there. And you can verify his birthday. 9/20/03. You remember him? He's the one they tried to unalive Trump, they said. Here he is here. Now let's look at him. 9/20/03, his birthday. Then yesterday, they got the guy with the glove with the ring cam. 22/4/21. Pope Francis died on 4/21. And the 22, remember the V on Barack Obama's head? Is that coincidence? I wanted to run that past you since that was another guy they said tried to get Trump. Now, 9/20/03 again, right here, from Nancy Guthrie's birthday, 4/7, Trump's the 47th president. Now watch this here. They got the glove, watch this.
Breaking tonight, thousands of tips, new evidence, and a possible break in the Nancy Guthrie case. Investigators have recovered a black glove from a roadside near the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's house. The New York Post reporting it resembles the pair worn by the masked person in the surveillance video released yesterday. It comes amid thousands of tips to law enforcement in the case, including one that led police to question a man last night who says he had nothing to do with Guthrie's disappearance. Chief Correspondent Jonathan Hunt is in Tucson, Arizona.
We got the glove, we got the shrubbery or the bushes of the leaves over the ring cam. And let's go to the OJ murder back in the day. But he was acquitted, right? He was found not guilty. When I heard about the glove today with the Nancy Guthrie case, I thought about this. Listen.
Whenever people joke about O.J. Simpson being innocent, everybody always goes, The glove didn't fit. Well, the glove didn't fit, so how can you have done it? Blah, blah, blah. And the famous line from OJ's attorney is, if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. But to me, the reason I think OJ hands down did it is not the fact that he wrote a book called If I...
So, the glove didn't fit. Johnny Cochran said that back in the day. If it don't fit, you must acquit. That was OJ's lawyer. 9/27/1995. 9/27/1995. Let me see here. 9/27/1995. That's exactly 30 years ago and 4/21. 9/27/1995. From today, they found the glove. 30 years, and remember 4/21, that's when Pope Francis died, April 21st. But look, it's also 30 years and 4/15. What is 4/15? That's the death date of Abraham Lincoln. The glove. Now look, O.J. Simpson famously tried on the glove. O.J. Simpson tried on the glove that date, June 15th, 1995. Let's see how that looks, future past. 9/15/1995 from today, June 15th, 1995. Today they found the glove, February 11th, 2026. The difference is 1600. What is 1600? Washington, D.C. The White House address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I got my rest. My mind was fresh. I went to bed thinking about that glove. Does it connect to history? We got backpacks. We got gloves. And like I said, you got to be a special kind of stupid to go get leaves or shrubbery or whatever to cover up a ring cam. Something ain't right with that picture. You got a backpack. You should have been ready. That made no sense. It made no sense, people. And it appears to me that the shrubs or the leaves he was using, it pointed to the attempted unaliving of Donald J. Trump at Mar-a-Lago when that guy was in the bushes. They're telling us the future of Trump. That's what they're doing. And again, O.J. Simpson, the day he tried to put on the glove was June 15th, 1995. I didn't change nothing. I took the exact date and subtracted from today when they found the glove. And it gave me 1,600 weeks. 1,600 is the White House. Their address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm Friendship Pearson. I'll see you guys in the morning. This should be the last video for the night. Every now and then I stay up late, and I paid for it today, so maybe I'll go jogging. My videos don't get out to the big audience. With your help, you can help me out. Just sustain the station. I have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. Also a P.O. Box. Whatever love offering you can give, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I haven't said it in a while, but the glory's in the story. Praise God, the glory's in the story. Jesus Christ, he's coming soon. Somebody say hallelujah.